That was Shine from my Never Give Up album, you guys. I thought that we can start out that way so that you can know and understand the most important thing is that you too are going to shine. You too are going to go to the next level. You too are going to experience the things in your life that you have always wanted to experience. Go after the dreams that you have always dreamt of. But before we get started, we might as well start out the right way, right? I'll be back in a second. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I am Erica Lynn, and welcome to Erica Lynn Speaks Podcast, where we play big or go home. So no matter where you joining us from, make sure you give me a comment in the chat box. Give me a thumbs up. Say, hey, Erica, I'm here watching on Facebook. Hey, I'm watching on YouTube because we're streaming on a couple of different platforms. So let me know that you're here and you're with us and you're streaming with us to say, hey, I'm here. I love to communicate and give a shout out to you. And so if you're joining us for the first time, or if you're just now joining us, make sure you share this podcast with everybody in your timeline. Start a watch party, send an email, send a text, say, hey, Erica Lynn Speaks Podcast is on, and it is time for us to go to our next level. It is time for us to reach levels that we have never reached before. I am so excited to be here for another episode of our Friday Live at 5. Yay! I'm excited because that means that no matter what I got going on during the week, no matter what you have going on during the week, we come together in person, live, together, me and you, every Friday, so that we can just kick it and talk, and you can ask me questions and I can give you answers. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you put them in the comment section in the chat box, and I'll be glad to answer whatever questions that you have. Is that all right with you guys? Like, give me a thumbs up, say, yeah, Erica, it's all right with me. So I got like the chat box going on, you guys. I had to technology has not always been my strongest suit. But because it was not my strongest suit, I had to get in there and roll my sleeves up. I had to put some skin in the game and understand a little bit more about technology than I did 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So that if I want to continue to do these lives and do the upcoming things that I have going on, I need to learn how to work my systems and my software so that I can provide, not only provide value to you guys, but give you great quality as well, right? So anyway, so who do we have joining us? Just give me a comment. I see you guys in the chat box, and I like to talk to you. So today we're going to talk about 5 ways that to your healing, to the next level. 5 ways that you can go beyond yourself. 5 ways that's going to open up your door. 5 ways that's going to not only make you feel good, but you know who I'll say, when you feel good, you look good. Because if you look good, doesn't necessarily mean that you feel good, right? But if you feel good, no matter what you look like, you still look good. Am I talking to somebody? If the insides of you are happy and healthy and whole, then the outside just begins to shine and flourish, right? Right, Deja? See, Deja knows because, first of all, that's my daughter, and she supports me 100%. She's always had my back, and I've always had her back. And today I want to celebrate and congratulate her for going to her next level, because she didn't always feel good, although she's a beautiful model. But when you don't feel good, you don't look good. But she feel good today because she took her next step and got accepted into her training program, and she's gone on to live her dreams. See, COVID, she came back to America to follow her dreams, to follow her goals. And when COVID hit, it put a little stop in the things that she was going after, the goals that she was trying to achieve. And she was just, and she didn't feel good. So she felt like, well, I don't look good. And she kind of lounged around the house for a little while. But how many know, if you know a guy like I know, that only lasts for a little while? You know, pain and sorrow and suffering, that only comes for a little while. And then the best parts of you begin to come out. The best parts of you begin to grow. So I want to congratulate her for digging deep inside herself and pulling out the best parts of her. And she's growing. And now she's going on off to training to live her dream and live her life. So congratulations, Deja, for taking 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps into your greatest victory, into your greatest joy. So I wish I knew how to make like the noise. Tee, 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 tee. So I was like, so shout out to Deja. You guys join me in giving Deja a shout out. Let's tell her congratulations for getting accepted into the training program, for which her career will just be a blast, and she'll just be able to take off all over the world. I'm like, no pun intended. Anyway, so why is it so important? A large part of healing, the healing journey, it centers around emotional and mental, right? You know, when you need to heal, you're just emotionally drained, or you mentally exhausted. But healing is so vital. It is so vital to everything that you're going to do in life. Healing means that you have to take care of your emotional self. You have to take care of your well-being. Healing allows us to reclaim our power. I know you guys hear me talk about power quite often, but healing allows you to reclaim your power. It gives us the opportunity to fit the pieces of our life back together in such a way so that you're stronger than ever before. How many know that they want to be stronger than ever before? They want to be powerful than ever before, right? I don't know about you, but I know that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm stronger and powerful, and just know that the creation, or the things that God has placed inside of me, he didn't do it for no reason. He did it for absolutely great purpose and a great reason. Who we have here? Hi, Liddell. Good afternoon. She says she know that she wants to be powerful. That's right. And Deja wants to be powerful. And everybody else that's watching and joining us today, you guys definitely want to be powerful, more powerful. You want to take yourself back. You want to take the pieces of you back, so that when you walk out the door, you get to walk out smiling, your head held high. You like, woo. And they like, dang, let me get some of what she have. But what is the difference between healing and curing? Do anybody know the difference? What's the difference between healing and curing? So I wrote down the definition. So I'm going to read it to you. Healing and curing. Look, I can't even say it. Let me get it together. Healing and curing are inherently different. Curing means eliminating all evidence of disease, while healing means becoming whole. So when you cure something, you cure your wound. If you get a scratch, if you have a rash, right, you want to cure it. If you're bleeding, right, you want to, because people can have internal bleed outs because of some reason, you want to cure it. But when you're healing who you are, the best parts of you, you're becoming whole. It's like you can see the whole bigger picture. So curing is medical and healing is mental, right? So I want you guys to put that in the comment section. Curing is medical and healing is mental. So we're going to focus on the mental today. Why are we going to focus on the mental? Because in order to go to your next level, there is some things that you must understand. There are some things that you have to know, because if you don't know these things, then how are you going to go to the next level? Am I making sense? First of all, the first thing that you must know is yourself, right? You are so important. Oh my God, if I can say it 10 times back to back, you are so important. You are wonderful. You are marvelous. You are fantastic. You are the key important piece in going to the next level. See, if you don't understand that, then how are you going to go to the next level? How are you going to heal? How are you going to become whole if you don't understand that everything that you do is centered around you? You see, some people have problems, right? And they blame everybody else. My mother didn't do this. My dad didn't do this. My boss didn't like me. So-and-so didn't happen. My teacher didn't like me. Oh, the driving instructor didn't like me. Oh, they said that I wasn't, smart enough, or I wasn't this, or I wasn't that. But if you understand in all of those scenarios that I named, the key component person is you. Whether somebody like you or not, what you do in that circumstance is all based upon you. You have the decision and the choice to change your outcome. So in other words, if you're at a job and your boss don't like you and you don't feel that there's any growth, what can you do? You can go to another job, or you can stand up and fight the best way you can. I always say that knowledge is the best way to fight. So in other words, when you're communicating with your boss, put it in writing. Don't say, oh, you told me this, because guess who's going to take the fall? You're going to take the fall, right? So be smart about it. Put it in writing. Always have a witness. Do what you need to do to go to your next level. Nobody can take you to your next level but you. Even if if the door opens today and the door says, Ladell or Deja, I want you to start this new company. And I laid it all out for you. I provided you with all the materials that you're going to need. What are the chances that you're going to be successful running this new company? Well, the chances are 50-50, because you can get in there and you can do nothing and the company could bomb, or you could just I don't know what I'm doing. Or you can get in there, roll your sleeves up and learn everything that you can learn, hire some of the best employees that you need to back you up and support you, and your company can grow. And so again, your experiences, your growth, and the things that you want to achieve in your life is all centered around you. The people that helps you, the books, they're all an added bonus. It's an added bonus, because if it wasn't there, then you wouldn't have it. I love, now you know how we have technology. Google tells you everything. You can Google everything. But back when I was growing up, we had to read the Encyclopedia Britannicas. How many are familiar with those Encyclopedia Britannica? And where you had to go to the library and you had to sift through books and books and books to find an answer from something that all you got to do now is sit down and Google and find the answer. You don't even have to leave your house a lot of times to complete a book report or to complete a paper. So things are available to you that you can utilize to help take you to your next level. Those are supports. You are the key component, and those things support you. Your emotional well-being also starts with you, because if you allow someone else to come into your life and take away your happiness, then that again started with you. You allow them to come into your life and drag you down or tear you down or talk to you, because at the end of the day, you can walk away, you can ignore them, you can counteract it with some support groups or some systems, but you cannot allow somebody to totally take you from the space and place that you want to be in. The devil, we always say the devil is a lie, right? Because he's going to get up in there and he's going to try it and things are going to come your way. That is what I call life. But when life comes at you, you got to do what you do best. You got to stand up and fight. Put that in the chat box. I'm going to stand up and fight for my emotional healing. For me, I'm going to just put fight. Put fight in the chat box, you guys. So your mental and your physical well-being is a place that when you are in your room, like early in the morning, I always say early in the morning is the best time because the kids are still asleep. If you have pets, they're probably still asleep. If your husband, he's probably still asleep. And that's when you take time and you center yourself and you focus on your mental and your emotional well-being. You take some time to meditate. And so meditation is very good. I've said it before. I'm always going to say it. Meditation is very good. It helps, brings you back to that place mentally that you've always wanted to be in. So step one was yourself. We're going to focus on yourself, focus on the things that you need to do to get to that next level. But the second thing is your family. Like family is a big part of who I am. And sometimes we can have family that's not technically blood. So just because if you're a person that don't have a blood relative that's close to you, the friends or the people that surround themselves with you, that is your family, right? Because sometimes those people can give you things that your own family can't give you or have not given you. So when I say family, don't just think I'm talking about that blood. I'm talking about everybody that's in your circle. So your family needs you to lead them because you are a leader. That's naturally who you are. You are a leader. They need you to lead them. And so don't back down. Don't buckle down. Learn yourself so that you can lead your family in the direction that they need to go in. Your family needs you, and lead them. Direct them, love on them, and pick them up when they're weak. See, you need a support system outside of your family. I could be your support system. I'll hug on you. I'll love on you. I'll give you everything that I have that's within me. My arms have a long reach. My voice has it's loud to say it like that. But your family needs you. And so because your family needs you, when you start with you, by loving you and embracing you and replacing things inside of you, then now you're in a position to be there for other people. Does that make sense to you guys? So the third thing that you can do is love on the people that's connected to you. I mean, I know a lot of people. People that I haven't even met yet, people that I meet through the podcast, people that I meet through my website. Now, because we're virtual, I talk to a lot of people through Zoom. I have clients through Zoom, and I still love on them the same way I would as if they were in front of me. And being connected to people, it does open up doors for you. It takes you to places that you wouldn't ordinarily go. One of the things that I said prior to COVID was I wanted to speak on stages all over the world. I wanted to travel all over the world and speak and motivate and inspire people. Well, I wasn't quite there yet. I was local. I have traveled out of the country, but haven't spoken out of the country. And then COVID hit. I started being on podcasts in England and the UK and Africa. And I mean, I could just keep going on and on. I've talked to people with so many different accents. It was amazing. It was a very awesome experience. But I got an opportunity to enjoy that experience because of the people that I was connected to. I made a lot of new friends, a lot of new friends. Like, who have you met? Now, my question to you guys now becomes, because of COVID, you guys are more so virtual now as well. So have you made some new friends that you wouldn't have met prior to COVID in other countries or in other places that you have not gone to yet? Can just tell me yes or no? I'd like to know, because and if you haven't, then I'm going to introduce you to some of my friends. I'm going to bring some wonderful guests on these Friday lives starting next Friday. And we're going to start just opening up. I want people to share. And if you guys watch me regularly and you comment and you say, hey, Erica, I want to be a guest on your Friday live, then let me know. Let me know and I'll bring you on here. Deja says she's met somebody in Japan. Oh, that's fantastic. Deja, can you speak Japanese? That's a little joke. She can speak Chinese, you guys. Oh, she's met somebody in Europe. Okay. Liddell, where have you met? Whom have you met? Because you are a part of a magazine. You are a part of Courageous Women magazine. So I know you have met some fantastic, phenomenal women all over the world. Can you name a couple of places of people that you have met in other countries that you wouldn't have normally met prior to COVID? And so while we wait, while Liddell responds, I'll keep going. Deja said she learned like 3 words in Japanese. Can you spell them? What are those 3 words? This is the joke. You know, you guys, when Friday comes, I'm still like geeked up and still going because I run basically 7 days a week. And I had to schedule in my sleep time, make sure that I get my rest right and get my sleep time, because sleep is so important to me and my rest is so important to me. And one of the things that I want to do, okay, I'm just going to set it up, you guys. And didn't mean to do that. I'm going to show you guys a little 46-second commercial, and when we come back from the commercial, I'm going to finish the last 2 of the 5 steps. And I'd like to hear from you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. All right, you guys. That's my little commercial. I'm proud of my little commercial. And for those of you all who don't know, Deja is also in the commercial. And so a lot of people may not know what my daughter looks like, but she's one of the people that's in the commercial. I'm proud of my mini me. Oh, she said you didn't get any sound? Oh, wow. I wonder why. Uh-huh. Oh, well. I got sound on my end. Can you hear me now? Deja, you guys can hear me? Can I get a yes or no if you can hear me? I'm like, sometimes. Okay. Oh, thank you. But can you hear me now, though? Okay, great. Okay, great. So anyway, I don't know what happens with technology. Look, when I went over it, and sometimes you do technical difficulties, and you like go through the process before you go to live. There's a way for me to stream without anybody seeing me stream, and I check it, and it works just fine. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So, Liddell, if you couldn't hear the video is playing on streaming on my social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, and LinkedIn. And so if you guys want to hear the sound, because for whatever reason, I'm going to have to change and get a different system, because this system just doesn't act right. But in any event, I had already paid for it. So for the month. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to get my money's worth, but I do know that I'm going to switch out to another system. And so if you guys have any recommendations for another system, you can drop them in the chat box, and I'll look into the recommendation that you share with me so that I can get another system. I thought this one was going to be great, but it doesn't seem to be giving me what I'm looking for. And so when something doesn't give you what you're looking for, what do? You search somewhere else, you find something else. You don't just stay in it and continue to deal with the problems. After you troubleshoot something and it does not work for you, then what do? You move on, you look for a better, right? You always want to present your best. And so I like to always explain to you if I'm having technical difficulties, and I seem to continue to keep having that. So I'm not going to keep letting somebody slap me in my face, right? I'm going to look for something better, and I'm going to get better. What did Lydell say? Good, I would check it out. Okay. Meddling. I know this meddling technology, absolutely. It's just, it is what it is. So number 4 is your career. Your co-workers, they don't want you to come to work as a Debbie Downer. Have you guys had that person that come to work all the time and they just down and sad, and you be like, oh, I can't stand when they come into the office, or when it's like, have you experienced, this is the one for me, if you experience somebody when they walk in the room, their whole aura just changes the room. Everybody in the room, their mood changes because of that one person, right? Like, you don't want to be that person, right? I know I don't want to be that person. But your productivity level, it increases when you feel better. Your productivity level, it decreases when you're not whole and happy, because now you're coming in there and you're like, oh, I'm just here to get a paycheck. You're not providing any great results. You're not providing any real value. You see, all the things that I've mentioned, if you notice that a lot of these things are a result of, if you don't fix the woman that's within, if you don't fix the person that's in there. Oftentimes, I always say that you have to dig so deep down inside yourself on days when you just don't feel good, days when you just not looking your best, days when you could just care less. I could care less to get on this podcast. But some days, I'm not saying today, but some days. But what do I have to do? I have to dig down, deep down inside of me, and pull out things so that I can keep going. Pull out messages, pull out words, pull out feelings so that I can provide value to someone who may need it. See, sometimes all it takes is just one word to be a blessing to somebody else, right? Something you can say could just really resonate with someone else. I often tell my story. I just remember being so down and out. After I graduated from college, because I went back to college when I was 35 years old. After I graduated from college, I thought that my life was just surely going to take off, and it did not. And in other words, I did land the job that I was looking for. However, my mental capacity actually hit rock bottom. I was at my lowest point, and I felt as if I couldn't go anymore. So I had all of these good things happening. I had graduated, so now I can say I have my degree, and which sits back there on the stand. I had a daughter that was speaking fluent Chinese, living in another country. I had 2 other children, my boys, they were going on with their life, living in their greatness. I had a lot to be thankful for. But because the things that was within me were not fixed, were not healed, I was not a whole person. And so instead of increasing, I was decreasing. But it was when I hit rock bottom that I understood that there was only one way to go, and that was up, right? So on my way up, there was a lot of things that I had to learn. I had to learn how to go through my journey. I had to learn how to heal. I had to learn how not to be the victim. Because sometimes when you're the victim, you play the victim for so long, you don't know any other way. I've been the victim for so long. This is all I know. I'm used to people being sorry for me. I'm used to people just pitying me and me being sad. I don't even know how to be happy. Well, when you on the way up, you're going to be dealing with some emotional things, right? You're going to be experiencing feelings that go deeper than what you could handle. You're going to be like, whoa, why am I here? Why am I actually existing in life? But when you start peeling back the layers, the abuse, the trauma, the pains, the hurts, peel back those layers and begin to identify what the root cause of your pain is. Then and only then can you begin to heal, and you can begin to go upward. You can spiral upward instead of spiral downward. So again, healing is the root of all of everything in your life. I don't care if you are the most successful person in the world. If you don't feel good, nothing that you do, money won't make you feel better. A relationship won't make you feel better. If you don't even feel loved or feel things that's within you, a man can't make you feel something that you don't feel yourself. Your mom can't make you feel something that you don't feel yourself. These are things that you have to do the work on yourself. When you do that work on you, you can then take the things that you've invested in you, that you've pulled out, that you worked on, and then you can pour out and be a blessing to other people. Does that make sense to you guys? So you don't want to go to work being a Debbie Downer. You don't want to go to work being that one person that's walking into the office and can't nobody stand you. You don't want to be an angry staff member. You don't want to be a part of the team, that's a person that's on the team that's not handling their weight. And most importantly, you don't want to give that off to your clients. So you got to fix the things that's within you so that you can be better at whatever you do. Whether you're a coach, a teacher, or whatever type of clients, if you're a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, have you ever had a doctor with stanky bedside manner? He just mean and you be like, oh, I don't want to go back to that doctor because they bedside manner suck. Well, 9 times out of 10, if you peel back the layers and understand why the doctor act like that, and make the doctor figure out and understand why he act like that and begin to heal some of the things that's within him, then he'll have better bedside manner with his patients. Does that make sense? What did you say, Liddell? The mad black woman, right? I think that's probably where that term come from. When you see the woman, she's angry, she's bitter, she always has an attitude. You say, how you doing? She's like, She has a stank face, right? That's what I call it, the stank. She just like miserable. Or you can, why are you looking at me? What I've learned to be fact, and what I know for certain about women who respond like that, after going through years of helping clients, I've learned and understand that woman is hurting deep down in the inside. That woman has been hurt. That woman has experienced things, and she does not even know how to heal. But all she knows how to do is protect herself from additional hurt and pain. And the best way that she knows how to protect herself is by being mean and giving you that stank face or whatever. Whatever she passes off to you, that is how she does it. It's because she doesn't want anybody else to hurt her again. But yet the things that she has experienced already, she doesn't know how to heal from them. She cannot give you something that she does not have. If she doesn't even know where the places in her, if the love is, how can she give it to you when she doesn't know where it is? Would you say, Liddell, she is ready to snap? That's right. And wishing she wished a player would. I love it. I love it. But the woman can't give you something that she does not have. That doesn't mean that she can't get it. She has to be willing to do the work to get it. If you want peace, you got to work for peace. If you want love, if you want somebody, if you want a man to come in and love you unconditionally and give you everything he got, pay the bills, love on you, pamper you, spoil you, but you can't give that to him in return, what does that say? It doesn't say that you are a bad person. It says that you have some work to do, meaning you have some work to do on yourself. You have, first of all, you have to understand what your partner needs, because you got to understand how to give it to them. And if those are some things you just don't do, if you want to be with that man, then you got to learn how to fix it within you that's stopping you from giving it to him. If he says, babe, I just want a hug every day when I come home and a kiss, and you like, I don't do that. Well, you got to figure out why the stank is in you, so that the reason why you don't want to give your husband a hug or a kiss. But it could stem from something that happened in your childhood. It could stem from something that happened to you in a past relationship. But what I'm saying to you is you have to fix it, address it, and heal from it so that you can give off what you want to receive. So I think that's something good to type. Give off what you want to receive. That's great. I think that's a message within itself. So if somebody is listening to this message and you want something from your mate, or you want something from somebody in the world that you feel like you deserve or you earn, or you just say, I just want this. So I want you to stop and ask yourself one question, and one question only. Are you giving off the same thing that you want to receive? That's all right now. Yes. She says, work on you, sis. Someone else will give him. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute, Liddell. Okay. She says, Liddell says, someone else will give him that plus much, much more. So if you won't give him a kiss, somebody else will. I hear you. I hear you. So you got to give him what you want him to give you. You got to give out what you want to give back. You can't just expect somebody to give to you and you're not giving back in return. And sometimes it's not easy. Let me tell you, ladies, it may not necessarily be easy for all women to give a man everything that he needs. And I'm going to tell you why. Some women are so spoiled. Their daddy spoiled them. Their family spoiled them. Somebody's there so spoiled. They don't even know how to give. They just only know how to receive, because all their life things were given to them. But I'm going to tell you, when you're going to wake up and realize that you got to learn how to be a giver. When people stop giving to you, or that person that you want is so bad that you can just smell them, taste them, feel them, like you just want them so bad, but you wasn't giving him his needs, meeting his needs, giving him that love and affection and emotion, those things that he needs, and he walks away out of your life. Then you're going to sit back and go, dang, I think I better learn how to give. Is that right, Liddell? That's right, Deja. Oh, man. So anyway, I'm going to go on to number 5, which is a blessing. See, you gotta give a blessing sometimes to get a blessing. So a lot of people don't know how to give a blessing. Like, people don't know, like, I didn't realize how hard it was for people to learn how to be a giver, or for people to learn how to bless other people. And again, one person, the spoiled person might not know how to give. You just don't know. Well, you have those selfish people. I call them selfish people. They're selfish, and they don't know how to bless other people. They want other people to bless them and do for them, but they don't know how to be a blessing to other people. And so, in order for the laws of the life of reciprocity, because I talk about reciprocity a lot, in order for reciprocity to come to you, you have to bless somebody. Sometimes you bless somebody. Don't even look for anything in return. Just be a blessing to someone else. Have you ever just walked up to somebody and said, hey, here's $20, and you walk away? Try it. Just try it. Because you don't even have to look for anything in return, because your blessing is going to come later on in the background. God is going to send somebody else to bless you with something bigger and better that you didn't even expect. I remember when I first started going to the church that I go to, and I looked good. I felt sucky. but I looked good. I didn't even have a dime in my pocket. I didn't have a dime in my pocket. And this was my first time going to this church, and they have what is called every year, they have a faith Sunday every year where you give your best blessing, your blessed offering, and the pastor uses that money to pay the bills up for the church for the whole year. Well, I didn't have any money. I think I had like $2 or something in my pocket. And I remember sitting there saying, I'm going to get up and I'm going to tell my testimony. And for me, my testimony wasn't financial. My testimony was expressing how broken, how hurt, how things that was within me was killing me on the inside. And I was here and I'm ready to learn how to fix these things. And I remember sitting in the front row talking to a deacon, and we were I was, just telling him like, no, a little bit about my story, and like, no, I'm not going to get up. No, I'm not going to get up. Well, I got up, I told my story, and then the pastor says, well, how much are you going to donate? I said, well, I have $2. Now you got this woman that looked like I had $1 million that day, but I only had like $2 in my pocket. And I gave my $2 at Faith Sunday. I got 2 blessings after I gave my $2 and told my testimony. One, the deacon walked past me and slid me some money in my hand. I was like, wow, thank you. He didn't even know that I needed gas for that day. So that was like a super, super blessing. But the best blessing of all was when I made it into the lobby after service was over. Somebody was calling my name. Now, mind you, I was new to this church, so nobody knew me. But of course, I told them who my name was when I was on the microphone. And the young lady called me and she says, I just want to tell you, thank you for sharing your story. Because to look at you, you don't look like anything that you are going through. But I want you to know that this is what she's saying to me. I want you to know that I'm broken, I'm hurt, and I'm experiencing some things in my life. So thank you for being a blessing to me and sharing your story. So for me, that was the biggest blessing that I got in my life. And that's when I really learned that when you get out and you bless other people, even if it's just with a good word or with a testimony, you can be a changing and a deciding factor in somebody's life. So what I'm saying is, don't keep your testimonies to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody so that you can bless them and encourage them to walk into their greatest victory, and encourage them. And like, you could be such a support to them that you didn't even know that you was supporting. You didn't even know you was picking that person up by just sharing something with them. So open your mouth and share your testimony. Be a blessing to somebody else, because you're going to make a difference and you're going to change somebody's life. That's my word for the day. That's my word for the day. Because you do want to help other people heal. You want to help other people just go to their next level. And sometimes the best way that you can help somebody go to their next level is by sharing your story. So what I learned from that was, by sharing my story, not only did I help that young lady, I started a whole company, One Step Beyond You. I started helping women all over the world. I started doing this podcast. I have a program that is such a phenomenal program that was created out of the works of me being a blessing and helping somebody else. So I'm going to be announcing my program, but I'll tell you guys, just give you a little secret. It's One Step Beyond You Academy. And so on the next live, I'm going to be sending out invites. I want you guys to go to my website right now, to ericalynnspeaks.com. Let me put the website up here. When you go to my website, I want you guys to get on my mailing list. And I'm going to send out invites to the webinar. The webinar, oh my God, the webinar is phenomenal. The webinar is going to tell you all about the program. It's a community. It's things that you have never experienced before. I'm going to bring other professionals in that is just going to contribute to taking you to your next level. I'm just here to get you started. I'm just here to get you geeked up. So if you want to find out more about the One Step Beyond You Academy, put a comment down in the comment section. Say, Erica, I want to find out more. How do I get my name on the list? Because, baby, I'm going to have some wonderful people coming into this academy. And you're just like, wow, I've already been signing up people. I just haven't announced it to the world. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So basically, what I want to say is the best is yet to come. So the five reasons for you to heal ultimately makes you a better you. And have you heard that saying? When you fix the head, the body will follow. So after you fixed yourself, then everything and everybody that's connected to you will follow. So if you want to teach them all how to make money, then teach them all how to make money. If you want to teach them all how to be happy and laugh uncontrollably, then you're going to teach them all how to do that. Whatever it is, fix you first. And then everything and everybody that's connected to you is going to benefit. They're going to walk into their greatest victory. They're going to experience what their purpose is. They're going to walk into what life truly is, a life of abundance, true feelings, true emotions. So that's my time, you guys. Oh my God. I enjoyed chatting with you today. She says she would like to know. All right, Liddell, I will, I want you to tap your email address here for me, and I will send you an email, and so that we can connect, and I'll tell you more about the program, so you don't have to wait until the webinar drops next week, and I'll get you all signed up and ready to go. So for those of you who are watching this, oh, thank you. Liddell says she enjoyed my show. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. You know, primarily my podcast goes like 30 minutes, but sometimes when I got a word or a message that I have to get out, then I'm going to get that message out. Awesome. I'm going to send you an email with the link so that you can schedule, we can connect. You can schedule a time with me, Liddell, and we can connect and talk on Zoom. And so that's awesome. So anybody else who wants to meet with me and who is interested in the One Step Beyond You Academy, please put your email down below, and we're gonna connect. We're gonna chat. I cannot wait, you guys. I am having so much success already in the program. I haven't even launched the program worldwide. I've just launched the program to some key component people who just been coming in and just having a ball. And I'm excited. I'm excited. The more that the program grows, the more things that we're going to do. I'm excited about the people that's just already making a difference in their life. So if this is you and you're ready to go to your next level and you're ready to make a difference in your life, why don't you leave your email down in the chat box, and I'll email you and connect with you, and you can learn more about One Step Beyond You Academy. I'm excited. Yay. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm Erica Lynn, and thank you for joining Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. Always remember, it only takes just one step beyond you. God bless you.
Are you ready to become unstoppable? Be bold, live free, and walk in your fearlessness? Are you ready to be courageous? If you are ready to play big and make your mark in life, if you are ready to break free, it is time for you to realize your full purpose in life by allowing Erica Lynn to help you break free from your boundaries. Break free beyond your limitations. Elevate your power. Play big while moving into your biggest step forward in your life. To find out how, go to ericalynnspeaks.com and sign up for the One Step Beyond You signature program today.
This podcast was brought to you by ericalynnspeaks.com. Sign up for your free consultation today at ericalynnspeaks.com/work with me. And just remember, it only takes just one step beyond you.
Beyond you. I say Erica Lynn Speaks.